Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Joseph Jolshagen and live at 5:55. So I hope you're having an awesome day today. We had a great day too. We had some technical difficulties and we actually did it in two parts, but we had a really good day too for the Wealth Mindset Masterclass. And it just kind of brought up an item I wanted to talk about tonight in regards to goals. And what kind of goals do you chase? I define them different areas, and I want to talk about those and let you hopefully expand on what you follow right now as far as setting and achieving your goals. So there's type A goals, which are the goals that we already know how to do, like brushing your teeth or waking up in the morning early or going to the gym or doing your job at work and things that you just follow over and over and over. They're almost pattern like. In fact, they are pattern like. You just follow them, you know what to do, you know how to do it, and then you just get into it and you just keep doing it, over and over. Hey, Ron. And then there's the B type of goals. And the B type of goals are conditional. They're goals like, that you say, well, when the kids grow up, when I have more money, after I retire, when I get a promotion at work, those types of things. They're the goals that you want to achieve, but you've decided for whatever reason, they're the things that you set out for right now, you put aside. Now, it's a choice to put those aside, but just understanding the type B goals are goals that you are conditional and they'll come about after a certain condition is met. Okay, and then there's this type C goals. These are the ones that excite me. Those are the ones that are the things you really, really want. The things you want to be, do, have, give, create, and experience in your lifetime. They're the things that light you up when you think about them. They're the things really that you have no freaking idea how you're going to achieve them. Those are C-type goals. See, part of the thing we want to do when we set goals is we want to know when we're setting them how we're going to do it. We never get to the most expansive goals that we have in doing that because a C-type goal is going to happen. A C-type goal is a thing you walk into, you create the vision for, and all of a sudden this part shows up or that part shows up or this action even shows up to you. So they're really the goals that determine what you're going to experience in your lifetime. How much are you going to be, do, have, give, create, and experience of those things you truly, truly desire, those really big things in your life. As an example of that, when I was moving, once I bought the house down here in South Carolina in the mountains, and I was moving from Iowa, I didn't have any idea how I was going to do it. I had three options. I was either going to hire a moving company, and that was way more money than I wanted to spend. I tried to get a big enough truck and a trailer where I could slip my motorcycle in the back with my stuff and then trailer my truck down here, and they didn't make a trailer big enough. And the third option I could see is that I was going to hire somebody to drive either my truck with the motorcycle or the moving truck down here. And then I would have to pay them for their time and such and then fly them back to Iowa and all that. And so that wasn't a feasible option. But I knew that I wanted to move down here full time. I already put my resignation in for my corporate job, and I knew that I wanted to do this. And so I set that out. I just set that vision, and I just said, I know that this move is going to be exciting, and it's going to have all the adventure that leaving a 28-year career into moving into doing what I love to do, which is inspiring, motivating, and leading people to live better lives, and doing it from a place that I really want to live, and I'm so excited about it. It's been a dream of mine my whole life to live in the mountains near trout streams and nice motorcycle roads and dirt roads for the Jeep and things like that. And so as I did that, I set that vision. And then as I started moving forward, all of a sudden one piece came in. I ended up talking. I couldn't have planned it. I'm talking to somebody on the phone one day, and 2 days after I decided all this, and I just set that vision for what it was, and we're talking and catching up, and then through our conversation, they asked what was going on, and I told them, and they go, oh, you should call this company. They'll bring a semi to you. You load it. You only pay the square footage for what you use, and so that worked out. And then once they brought the trailer 2 days later, I'm walking down to carry boxes from the garage where I was living in Iowa back up to the apartment. And the guy downstairs comes out and he goes, hey, you're leaving? And I go, yeah. He goes, I didn't even get to meet you yet. And so we start talking. And he says, hey, are you going to need help loading that thing? I can help you. So we set that up. Then right from there, I go over to the mailbox and I go to get my mail. And I do that, and a friend of mine comes around the corner, and she goes, I heard you're moving. I go, yeah. She goes, oh, that's a bummer. She goes, but hey, do you need help packing? I love packing. You don't even have to pay me. Now, this whole move, the moving truck situation itself, I went gave her the keys that day. I came back the next day, and the place was all packaged, and she had done the final cleaning. I did pay her for that. And then from there, the guy downstairs came and he helped me load and everything up. And then 2 days later, I got in the truck with Bella, my dog, and my motorcycle on the back on the trailer. And we came down here. We took 2 days to get down here. We just had an absolute blast. Now, I've shared that part of the story before, but I want to go in part two. Once I got down here to South Carolina, I'm in the house. The next day they were bringing or 2 days later, they were bringing the semi with all of my stuff in there. And there's no way I could have unloaded it myself. So I started thinking of my options. I started thinking, okay, I can go into the high schools and see if I can find some young guns I can pay to come do it, or something like that, somebody from the township or something. And I remembered setting that vision. I remembered the words I had said. And I just sat there and I said, I know that this is going to unfold and it's going to have all the excitement and all the adventure and, everything I said before. I just said it again. Within 20 minutes, a friend of mine came down the road here. Now, he just so happens, we found this out before then, but he just so happens to be cousins with a guy that I rode motorcycles with in Iowa, and we ended up going to Sturgis together and stuff. So his name is Randy. Randy comes driving down the road. And he stops, and whenever he sees my truck, he stops. So he stopped, and he goes, hey, how's it going? And we're catching up and stuff. And I said, how you doing, Randy? He goes, I'm not doing so good right now, Joe. He's in landscape. He has a landscape company. And he said, with all this rain and everything, I can't keep my guys working. They're looking for other work. Do you got something they could do for even a couple hours? I was amazed. As often as this happens, I was still amazed. So when the trailer came at 11:30, Randy and three of his guys showed up here at 12:30. By 1:30, the entire thing was unloaded. Everything was in the rooms it needed to be in. The stuff that needed to be in the garage was in the garage, and everything was taken care of. That they came back an hour later, picked the trailer up, and left. And that's how all of that went. So a lot of times I'll talk to people about goals, and even if I get them thinking about it, they'll say, yeah, it's fine to dream about this, but how can it happen? And I just tell them, all you have to do is have a hair of a belief that it could happen, and let it show up for you. So take some time tonight. Look at your goals. Look at the goals that you usually spend your time on. There's going to be the A goals, right? Because we have to brush our teeth, we have to eat, we have to get up, we have to do things like that and stuff. But how do you expand beyond that? The B goals, those are the ones you can really, really look at here. If you look at your B goals, which are the conditional ones, and start asking yourself some questions. Why do you have to wait for the kids to go away to school? Why do you have to wait for a promotion? How do you know there's not another option just waiting for you to open up your mind to? Not to figure out, but just opening up your mind to. So I hope this was helpful for you tonight. We still have 2 days left of the Mindset Masterclass, the Wealth Mindset Masterclass. We have days 1 and 2 now complete. And tomorrow we go into day 3, and Thursday is the secret. Thursday is the top secret day. That's the day when all the magic comes together of all the 4 days, or the 3 other days. And so there's still time. You can register. I put a link in this. You can just click on that and register. You'll get a free workbook download, but you'll also get access to the group. You can be live tomorrow and Thursday, and you can go back and listen to the replay from days 1 and 2. So you can do that tonight, get caught up to it, and be live tomorrow. Or even if you can't make it tomorrow because of the time at noon, you can listen to the replay right afterwards and still gain this insight at no cost to you. All it is some of your time to invest in looking at what's possible for you and your life. Now, I'm pouring into this masterclass. I pour into my clients and the works that I do and everything. So to not take advantage of this, to look into it at least, to register for it and to check it out. Like, there's so many insights and tools and ideas and concepts on how it works, how easy life can be. Unless you're living wealth in all areas of your life, if you're living, financially wealthy with your relationships, with your vocation, your time and money freedom, your health and your well-being, okay, I understand. But if you're not, if you have any area of your life that you'd love to improve, this is for you. Don't miss this. Have an awesome night, and God bless.